What's happening, hot stuff?
On the surface, the 1984 movie 16 Candles was a frantic farce, populated with geeks, freaks, and even groping grandparents.
Fred, she's gotten her boobies.
Oh.
And they are so perky.
But at the heart of the movie was a tender tale of teenage love, featuring a beautiful girl on the brink of womanhood and a whippet-thin, smart-mouthed kid consumed with sex.
It was simple. It was a 15-year-old kid just being excited about being in the school environment, being horny, being, you know, everything you're going to be in high school.
It was the right movie at the right time. 16 Candles launched a new age of youth-driven comedies. Molly Ringwald's portrayal of the lovesick girl resonated deeply in American teen culture, creating an archetype that defined and forever limited her career. In the next hour, we'll take you back to the 1980s and onto the set of 16 Candles, where mayhem and madness ruled.
When they had that headgear on their heads and Mike kept saying, "Take those ridiculous things off."
All of a sudden, he took off my shoe and started tickling my foot.
You'll see Ringwald and Hall revel in, then wrestle with unrelenting celebrity.
There was a lot of attention, and there's a lot of dealing with the press. I think the attention of Heat was red hot on them, sort of red hot focus.
You'll hear about their desperate struggles to shed their images.
Almost every film that Molly Ringwald was in that wasn't written by John Hughes, she looked out of her element.
And you'll meet Samantha, Farmer Ted, and Jake as they are today.
I made a decision just to create a body of work and to be committed to doing what I'm doing.
Instead of banging my head on the floor waiting for another job as an actor, I can keep working as a carpenter.
This is the behind-the-scenes story of a film that became a cult classic and two actors who were forever branded as teenagers. This is the story of 16 Candles, the E! True Hollywood story.
Her life's ambition was to be a star. Could not make up for the public scandal.
Hollywood has always had a love affair with teen queens. In the 1950s, Sandra Dee surfed her way to stardom as the original Gidget, and in the 60s, Annette Funicello played the lovable Beach Bunny. But then came the 1980s, with its unbridled materialism, new wave music, and thrift store fashion. The girl next door needed a makeover. In 1983, a smart, sassy redhead named Molly Ringwald blazed onto the big screen in the film 16 Candles. Ringwald redefined the image of the American sweetheart.
I can't believe this. They forgot my birthday.
Molly's performance as Samantha Baker, a precocious teenager whose family forgets her 16th birthday, struck a chord with young audiences. Founder and editor of online magazine Film Threat, Chris Gore.
She was pure. For me, being a young teenage boy, seeing these movies, I think if it came down to a choice of I had a Playboy at my bedside or Molly Ringwald's face in my mind's eye, I'll take Molly.
The film was the brainchild of 33-year-old screenwriter John Hughes. Hughes wanted to make an edgy movie from a teenager's point of view. Hughes was born in 1950 to a middle-class Detroit family with 3 daughters. When John was in junior high, his salesman father moved the family to the fringes of a wealthy Chicago suburb. Although Hughes maintains that he was not a geek, he still felt like an outsider.
I was not the most popular. Hardly popular at all. But it, you know, what I think it allowed me to do was, rather than participate, I had to observe.
Hughes graduated from high school in 1968 and moved to Tucson, Arizona to attend college. But after just 2 years, John returned to Chicago, where he landed a job at the Leo Burnett Agency. There, he created memorable ad campaigns for clients, including the Edge shaving cream.
Foam, Edge.
In 1976, 26-year-old Hughes's quick wit caught the attention of Maddie Simmons, founder and chairman of the irreverent humor magazine, National Lampoon.
One of the editors walked in and said, "Look at this stuff this guy sent in from Chicago." And I looked at it and I was just knocked out by it because it was just the kind of thing that we did and was so bright and so funny.
Simmons hired Hughes as a staff writer. In his spare time, Hughes wrote a screenplay and ran the idea past Simmons.
John brought us this story called Vacation 59, which was based actually on his trip to Disneyland when he was a boy with his family. But it was wonderful. And I felt that this indeed was the kind of comedy that I wanted to do.
National Lampoon made a deal with Warner Brothers and went forward with Hughes' script. The movie was National Lampoon's Vacation. Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo were cast as Clark and Ellen Griswold, who endure assorted misadventures during a family vacation. An unknown 15-year-old named Anthony Michael Hall played their son. National Lampoon's Vacation opened in September of 1983 and became an instant hit. Hughes immediately sat down to work on his next screenplay, again a story based on some of his own true-to-life experiences. Producer, Lauren Schuler-Donner.
He was telling me about how he was taking care of his 2 boys because his wife had to go away for something. And he was, you know, it was hysterical. He was really funny. And he said, do you think this would make a good movie? He had 80 pages in a drawer. I read him, I loved him, and we decided to develop him together.
The film, called Mr. Mom, was a huge success. With writing credits for National Lampoon's Vacation and Mr. Mom under his belt, Hughes pursued what he really wanted to do.
A writer becomes a director basically when they've sold enough screenplays and made, had enough hits that they can then say, okay, if you want this next script of mine, I'm going to direct it.
33-year-old Hughes had no experience behind the camera, but he had some ideas. Hughes penned several stories, including one that took place in just one location, making the shoot much easier to control for a first-time director. It was a script about 5 high school kids stuck in detention on a Saturday afternoon called The Breakfast Club. But studio executives at Universal Pictures weren't sure about the one-room drama. They preferred another one of Hughes' stories, a teenage comedy about a day in the life of a 16-year-old girl. Online film critic Anderson Jones.
16 Candles is about a girl in high school who wakes up and realizes that nobody remembers it's her birthday except for her. And it's a sucky day.
Executive producer Ned Tannen called Hilton Green.
I was working for Universal in production, and I got a call. How would you like to go to Chicago and work with a first-time director? He introduced me to John Hughes, and he was very enthusiastic.
With studio backing for 16 Candles in place, Hughes needed to find his teen ingenue, and luckily, he already knew her name. Coming up, Hello, Molly.
She was just a real teenager. You just could feel the pain she was going through and the awkwardness.
And later,
I do remember thinking, well, that's kind of gross to say, oh, she's got her boobies.
In the spring of 1983, Universal Pictures gave 33-year-old screenwriter John Hughes the green light to direct his first film, 16 Candles. Casting the movie was almost like plucking stereotypes from a high school yearbook. Dating problems and pimples included.
I was allowed to cast true to age. There was nothing where you had to get 18 to play 16 or 15 or 14, which is really difficult. They never cared about names.
The plot of 16 Candles revolved around lead character Samantha Baker. To play the part, Hughes needed an actress who had the brassy attitude of a modern 80s teenager. Hughes knew exactly who he wanted for the role. He reportedly taped an 8x10 glossy of starlet Molly Ringwald above his typewriter for inspiration. Casting director, Jackie Birch.
She had done this one other movie and she was great in it, and so she was attached, meaning that her deal was done. The movie was starring Molly Ringwald.
Ringwald was born in Sacramento, California on February 16, 1968. Her mother, Adele, was a homemaker, and her father, Bob, who was blind, made his living as a Dixieland jazz musician. Molly was a natural performer and often sang with her father's band. When she was 6, Ringwald recorded an album titled Molly Sings, a compilation of old jazz standards. At the age of 9, Molly made her TV debut with an appearance on the new Mickey Mouse Club.
When I was 3, I learned my first jazz song. You gotta see your mama every night, or you can't see your mama at all. I don't like the kind of shake that he's shaking. What's so weak he got?
Molly's parents felt their daughter needed to be where the showbiz action was. In the late 1970s, Bob and Adele packed up the family and moved to Los Angeles. Within a year, Molly was reaping the benefits. Ringwald was cast as the character Molly Parker on NBC's new TV show called The Facts of Life. TV host and childhood friend Adam Carolla.
I thought she was a cute, spindly little redhead. She'd been sort of in show business for a number of years before she got on The Facts of Life, but I guess she was pretty excited about it. They didn't have a lot of money, so I'm sure she was happy to be bringing some income in.
But after 9 episodes, opportunity knocked again. Facts of Life creative director Al Burton.
Molly called me and she said, I have a chance to do a movie. We all said, well, we have to let her go.
The film was the 1982 production Tempest. Molly won rave reviews and a Golden Globe nomination for Best New Actress. Hughes was enthralled with Molly's performance and kept her in mind when he wrote 16 Candles. In spring 1983, Hughes finally met Ringwald at the casting session for 16 Candles.
She was so real. She was just a real teenager. You just could feel the pain she was going through and the awkwardness and different looking.
After Ringwald signed on, Hughes set out to find Farmer Ted, the king of the geeks. The role called for a kid with a flair for comedy and the confidence to pull it off. Hughes remembered Anthony Michael Hall from their work together in National Lampoon's Vacation. Anthony Michael Hall was born in Boston, Massachusetts on April 14, 1968. After his parents split up, Michael and his mother Mercedes moved to New York City. Growing up on the bustling streets of the Big Apple, Hall developed a sharp tongue and an even sharper wit.
And I think it had a lot to do with me becoming an actor, being raised in the city. You're exposed to people on your feet. I was one of those kids, like a lot of kids, doing shows for your family.
Hall began his career appearing in television commercials. Michael soon graduated to minor roles in television and film and honed his natural comedic timing. John Hughes invited Hall to the casting call for 16 Candles.
I had about 8 or 9 auditions, and I just remember every time I would go back, there'd be like 3 or 4 more executives in the room, you know, kind of a daunting thing.
Hall's combination of innocence and humor landed him the role. With the 2 lead actors in place, Hughes continued searching for the rest of his cast. One of the roles was that of a Korean exchange student named Long Duk Dong. Actor Gede Watanabe desperately wanted the part.
Gede Watanabe came in and didn't speak a word of English. You know, the way everyone always does, they always talk really loud when you think someone doesn't speak English.
I was trying to put on a Korean accent. Jackie Birch bought it. And then later I had to go and tell her that, you know, I was not from Korea, but I was from Utah.
And I thought that was so creative on his part to make him more authentic.
Next up was the object of Molly's affection. After meeting former GQ model Michael Schaffling, Birch knew she had her man.
My agent I met when I wasn't an actor, and I met her, she was a friend, and she submitted me on a part that, for whatever reason, I got hired for.
What I loved about him is that not only is he great looking, he was the sweetest, like nicest guy who wasn't aware of his looks.
Birch cast dozens of roles for the film and made some inspired choices. Unknown siblings John and Joan Cusack were cast as geeks. 12-year-old Justin Henry, who garnered an Academy Award nomination 3 years earlier for his role in Kramer vs. Kramer, secured the role of Samantha's kid brother.
He came in, it was perfect. He was so great as the sarcastic little brother, and we were lucky to have him.
When actress Leanne Curtis auditioned for the part of Molly's best friend, she accidentally left her driver's license behind. She returned the next day and again met up with Hughes.
There was John and a couple other people and a bunch of pictures on the floor, of which mine was one. And I kind of looked and I said, "My picture's on the floor." John said, "Yeah, it sure is." He said, "What are you doing this summer?" I said, "Working for you, maybe?" He said, "Yeah, you sure are." And that's how I found out that I got it.
Birch and Hughes rounded out the cast with veteran actors Paul Dooley as Molly's father, Carlin Glynn as Mom, and Edward Andrews, Billy Bird, Max Showalter, and Carol Cook as the grandparents. In July 1983, John Hughes was ready to roll. Coming up.
Can I borrow your underpants for 10 minutes?
With his cast in place, writer-director John Hughes was eager to start rolling on his version of the all-American teen movie 16 Candles. For the two fresh-faced lead actors, Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall, the film was the chance of a lifetime.
We were like two kids in school. We felt very lucky to be doing this film.
In July of 1983, cast and crew arrived in Chicago to begin filming 16 Candles. That summer, the Windy City was in the midst of a heat wave. Sets were built inside a high school gym, and temperatures exceeded 100 degrees.
It was quite warm that summer. The school didn't have good air conditioning or anything, and so it was quite warm and uncomfortable.
I remember when we shot the whole dance sequence. It was so hot. So the prop master handed out to everybody these little fans with batteries that we could just sit there, and between takes, I mean, you just see all over the place.
Hughes and his cast ignored the difficult conditions and concentrated on the script. For 16-year-old Molly Ringwald, playing an awkward teenager wasn't a big stretch.
I was sensitive about everything. I mean, as far as I was concerned, I was the ugliest person that ever walked this earth. So it wasn't only my lips, it was my eyes, my nose, my face, my body, my everything.
I think she was very, very much like her character. Just, it felt as though she was trying to fit in, trying to find out what, you know, what the world was all about. I just think that she was her character.
The same was true for Anthony Michael Hall. He wore the Farmer Ted persona like a second skin.
The character, it was simple. It was a 15-year-old kid. It was a combination of all that, all those things you feel when you're 15, you know, just being excited about being in the school environment, being horny, being, you know, everything you're going to be in high school.
How's it going?
How's what going?
You know, things, life, whatnot.
Even though John Hughes was twice as old as his stars, the writer-director knew how to appeal to teenage sensibilities.
He would just see things, and then he would want to incorporate those things into the scenes, you know. For example, I remember this scene with Getty when he's dancing with Deborah. She had these huge breasts, and he's just like resting his head on there. And then John started playing with the idea of like, if Getty's nose was running. The next thing you know, there's like a piece of fake snot on her chest, and he's like leaning on that.
The scene where I was on the lawn, I just couldn't laugh anymore, and all of a sudden, I took off my shoe and started tickling my foot. And I couldn't stop laughing.
With every shooting day, the first-time director became more confident. Hughes encouraged his actors to improvise and have fun. Actress Carol Cook played Samantha's grandma, Helen.
She's gotten her boobies.
Oh, I'd better go get my magnifying glass.
Oh, and they are so perky. I do remember thinking, well, that's kind of gross to say, oh, she's got her boobies. But after I'd said it twice, I really did. I thought, that's pretty damn funny. I loved it.
Actor John Kapelos played the part of Rudy Rizchek, the oily bohunk who is engaged to Samantha's sister.
That whole sequence around the table where I go, come on, you do shots, come on, wolf it, all that, that was all me. That was John letting, you know, me do whatever I want.
Anthony Michael Hall and John Cusack and Darren Harris were just sort of let go to do whatever, and you know, it was well worth it. When they had that headgear on their heads and Mike kept saying, take those ridiculous things off.
Three of us were just, it was the Three Stooges to John. He would literally, you know, be off camera coaxing me like, you know, do some Three Stooges stuff here, you know, like yelling at each other or smacking each other.
I remember going upstairs to the house and finding the bike. And I came down to John and I said, John, there's a really neat bike up there. So he put Deborah on the bike and then put me on the bike, and that's how the bikes sort of collaborated.
Hughes got a lot of mileage out of the supporting actors, including Joan Cusack.
She was like the neck brace girl. John found it really funny that she would just kind of be limited to like her range of movement, and she really just couldn't do more than just kind of look out of the side of her eyes.
Partway into the shoot, 15-year-old Anthony Michael Hall averted disaster when he was required to drive a Rolls-Royce with the drunk prom queen, played by Haviland Morris.
And they actually let me drive this car, which was stupid. They shouldn't have let me drive that car. And Haviland's like pulling on me, and she pops a birth control pill in my mouth, and I like spit it out, and I'm like veering off the road, and I like almost hit this guy. And all of a sudden, I just remember looking ahead of me, and I see the whole crew like fearing for this guy's life, and I kind of just did a little Steve McQueen thing at the end there, and got out of it.
On screen, Hall scored with the prom queen, but off camera, he wasn't as lucky.
She was cute. She wasn't going for it, though. She's like, you're 15, you're in my room, you can leave now.
Anthony Michael Hall and his co-stars were having the time of their lives that summer. The young actors had no idea the impact that 16 Candles would have on teen audiences. But magic was in the making. Coming up.
The mother was a little worried that somebody's going to borrow her daughter's panties.
She was a Brazilian bombshell who danced the samba wearing tutti-frutti hats. But what made this sexy singer go bananas? Mysteries and Scandals premieres Carmen Miranda tomorrow at 8:30, only on E!
Fame, ain't it a bitch?
Steve knows all the right people.
And Jules knows all the cool places.
So we can get you into the biggest events.
And introduce you to the brightest stars.
Join Steve and Jules for E! News Daily.
Everything entertainment live every weeknight at 6:30.
Only on E!
Hot off the neighborhood grill Applebee's Steak Trio. Our top-selling house sirloin, the Bourbon Street sirloin, and for a limited time, our 20-ounce porterhouse. Only at Applebee's. It's good, it's good.
I get enough excuses from my students. I don't need any for my headache medicine. So, the minute I feel a headache coming on, I take Excedrin. It has the same stuff in it as Tylenol, plus aspirin and an enhancing ingredient. Excedrin just works better than Tylenol. Without any excuses.
Excedrin, the headache medicine.
What are you doing?
Laundry.
Laundry?
But I'm glad you're up. I've been waiting to vacuum. Breakfast. I'll pick up your tray when I get back from the market.
But it's Sunday. Aren't you gonna lay around and watch football all day?
Not if I'm gonna finish that roast in time for dinner.
Somebody had their Minute Maid this morning. It only takes a minute, but the feeling lasts all day.
Honey, what's the setting for chiffon?
Sub-Zero flavor inside, delicious cold minty shell outside. The gum that puts your breath on ice for a long time. Dentine Ice. Nothing's colder than ice.
We're sisters. We've shared a lot, even getting fat. So we headed straight for the Slim Fast.
Together, we lost over 100 pounds.
We lost a person. That's a great feeling. People at work were like, whoa! The Slim Fast plan works. Have a shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and a sensible dinner.
It's just so creamy and good.
It's healthy for you. It has the nutrition you need.
We did it.
Slim Fast, every day. Get healthy.
When you feel good, then you feel beautiful.
Do you owe thousands of dollars in taxes because you exercised worthless stock options? Now there's help.
Hello, I'm John Harris, president of J.K. Harris & Company, the nation's largest tax representation firm. Our former IRS agents have helped thousands of our clients save millions of dollars, and they know how to make the system work for you.
Call our toll-free number right now for your free confidential tax settlement analysis. Call 1-800-691-9045.
For the latest on your favorite celebrities, check out Entertainment's homepage at www.eonline.com or America Online keyword E!
In August 1983, John Hughes was absorbed with shooting his first film, 16 Candles. The director's #1 rule on set? Have fun.
He wanted people to be funny and to be themselves and to have a good time with it.
John Hughes' script was full of hilarious situations and memorable lines. One underlying theme was teenage curiosity about sex. In one scene, Samantha helps out Farmer Ted by giving him her underwear, so his friends will think he's a stud.
I think my favorite scene, though, was in bed on the phone with Molly, telling her that last night at the dance, my brother paid $1 to see your underwear.
The scene tickled Hughes, but troubled Molly's mother, Adele Ringwald. Actor Paul Dooley played Molly's father.
The mother was a little worried where they talked about her panties. Not so much that you see anything, but the idea that somebody's going to borrow her daughter's panties or the character she's playing.
Hughes crafted the story so that the wacky scenes were grounded in reality. In the middle of the film, Paul Dooley and Molly Ringwald have a comforting father-daughter talk.
People are always stopping me on the street and saying, I wish you were my dad. My dad never talked to me like that, you know, but he didn't have a writer. Most dads don't have a writer.
In typical Hollywood fashion, the film has a happy ending. Molly's character Samantha gets her birthday wish, a kiss from the high school hunk Jake, and the birthday party that everyone else forgot.
The thing I think about most is the final scene on the dining room table with the birthday. It was a marvelous scene.
After filming for several months, Hughes wrapped the picture. It was like the end of a school year, and with yearbooks signed and promises of keeping in touch made, the cast parted.
When the film ended, I went like, God, now what am I gonna do? It's like, it was really disappointing.
Hughes and the film's two stars, Ringwald and Hall, had little time to reflect on 16 Candles. All three segued to Hughes's next project, a movie called The Breakfast Club.
You told me you had a part in it for me and wanted me to play the part. I was like, great, you know? So I read it, and it really kind of read like a play.
The Breakfast Club was set in every teenager's least favorite place, detention hall. The characters in the 1985 film seemed like stereotypes from any American high school. Anthony Michael Hall played the brain. Molly Ringwald was cast as the popular beauty. Ali Sheedy played the outsider, and Emilio Estevez was the jock. The role of the rebel was up for grabs. Hall was at the casting call when unknown Judd Nelson swaggered in.
He had the pants tucked into the boots, laces open, the long, remember the coats everyone was buying in the 80s at the thrift stores? The gloves and everything, bouncing the ball, everything. It was just like, John went, oh, that's him.
On March 28, 1984, filming of The Breakfast Club got underway. Once again, a set was built in a high school gym in Hughes' hometown of Chicago. But this time, the vibe on the set was more serious.
It was a very tense schedule compared to 16 Candles. The days were long, but we felt like we were tapping into something. And John, half the time, he was behind the camera and he was just in it with us, you know, like as if he was the audience.
During filming, a buzz about The Breakfast Club and its teen cast began to bubble over. Assistant director R.P. Cohen.
Annie Leibovitz came to Chicago to shoot them, and that gave us an indication that these folks might indeed be celebrities and it might be that kind of film.
Then, on May 5th, 1984, 5 weeks into the filming of The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles hit theaters. Press attention was scarce, and at first, no one seemed to take notice of the teen comedy.
It didn't do that well in the box office when it first opened. I remember walking around going, oh, darn. And then it just kind of grew this audience, and it kept going and going and going.
16 Candles netted $24 million at the box office. Not stunning, but good numbers for a first-time director with a cast of unknown actors. But even without huge box office success, 16 Candles hit home with its primary audience, teenage girls. Ringwald became their big sister, best friend, and fashion icon. Editor-in-chief of Jane magazine, Jane Pratt.
She wasn't what all of us girls had been taught was like classically beautiful. You know, she didn't have the, you know, the long blonde hair and the, you know, 36, 24, 36 figure. She was quirky looking, but she was beautiful.
Molly appeared comfortable in the media spotlight.
I've been working since I was about 13 years old, and I've started a career and been pretty successful at it. So I've never just been an ordinary kid in high school in a small town.
Anthony Michael Hall also felt the flame of fame explode around him.
I think as a kid, a lot of times it was kind of scary, you know, just to be recognized, you know. But it was also fun at times.
John Kapelos played the part of Carl the janitor.
There was a lot of attention, and there was a lot of dealing with the press. I think the attention of heat was red hot on them, sort of red hot focus. I could see there were moments when you could tell that these guys were feeling their roads as stars.
Too bad that Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall couldn't freeze the moment in time, because the feeling wouldn't last. Coming up, here comes the Brat Pack.
I'm getting free hotel rooms, and there's women calling, and there's free champagne, and it's all free.
Hey, where are you off to? Some conference in Cleveland. Oh yeah, who with? With Cooper. Cooper.
This guy. Who's naughty?
Bingo.
Me.
Drake, how much do you make?
I'm sorry, folks.
Ooh.
Sort by shortest flights. Another way Expedia makes it easy to find the trip you're looking for.
Ladies and gentlemen, Expedia.com.
To prepare the perfect pasta, put your finger on extra virgin olive oil PAM. It's an easy, flavorful way to cook with olive oil. Olive oil PAM really cooks.
The feeling is familiar. The car isn't. Zoom, zoom, zoom. The all-new Mazda Protege 5. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same feeling. Zoom, zoom. New form.
Dan Patrick at TTI Fridays. Can I have the autograph, please?
Sure, bye.
Thanks, Mr. Patrick.
Don't mention it.
Just how powerful are new Whisk laundry tablets? So powerful, it's as if dirt never happened at all. Whisk dual action tablets.
This Friday,
Dad, someone to see you.
the doctor is back.
Anytime, ladies.
And saving the animals
I could bite somebody, but I can only do so much.
will be a family affair.
By the way, Eric, I'm watching you. You know, I got eyes all around the woods.
Eddie Murphy.
You do this, you'll be the most famous bear in all the world. Bigger than Pooh. They'll be saying Winnie the Who.
Dr. Doolittle 2.
No cell phone for a week.
What am I supposed to do without my cell phone?
So young, so angry. Damn that rap music.
Rated PG. Friday, only in theaters.
Now you can do something about sagging skin. New Rock Daily Firming Treatment Protein Active Pure. It will visibly lift your face, firm your skin in only 8 weeks. Rock, we keep our promises.
This portion of E is brought to you by Rock, the #1 anti-wrinkle retinol brand in France, now available in the U.S.
By 1985, John Hughes and his two leading actors, Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall, reinvented the teen flick with 16 Candles. However, the problem Ringwald and Hall would soon encounter was that they couldn't reinvent themselves.
I'd like to do things that are more adult, that are more complicated, that, you know, that deal with more adult emotions and problems.
On June 10, 1985, New York Magazine writer David Bloom chronicled a wild night in Hollywood with actors Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, and Judd Nelson. The writer christened the group the Brat Pack. Because Ringwald and Hall were also young and famous, they too were saddled with the Brat Pack label.
I think that it was a label that didn't suit anybody particularly well. It was kind of a misnomer. It was a journalistic epithet. I think it was a put-down.
While the Brat Pack roamed the Hollywood landscape, partying with abandon, Molly Ringwald studied at the exclusive private school Le Lycée Français in West Los Angeles. Anthony Michael Hall, however, took full advantage of his Brat Pack status.
I'm just having a good time. I'm getting free hotel rooms, and there's women calling, and there's free champagne, and it's all free. It's just free, and I'm free.
The big problem when you become a big success is that you look at the screen and you see yourself up there larger than life, and it's a very strong undertow that pulls you into believing your own PR. And I think that he was pretty aware of who and what he was at that time.
That same year, Hall collaborated with Hughes on a fourth film, Weird Science. The director cast Michael in yet another geeky role, playing a computer whiz who creates the perfect woman. Online film critic Anderson Jones.
Sort of like furthered the Anthony Michael Hall canon of geekness. Weird Science kind of proves that Anthony Michael Hall sort of got stuck in a rut.
After Weird Science, the 17-year-old actor was tired of his image and wanted to break away from Hughes. Hall was thrilled when he was asked to join the cast of TV's Saturday Night Live. Maddie Simmons offered Michael's manager some advice.
I said, I don't think he should do it. I said, he's too young. He would be working with much older, seasoned performers in that sort of live, he hadn't done live acting. I said, why on earth would he want to do that? To go from being a star to becoming an ensemble player.
Hall didn't heed Simmons' advice. He took the job and became the youngest cast member in the history of Saturday Night Live. But after just one season, Michael left the not ready for primetime players.
Does anybody remember Anthony Michael Hall on Saturday Night Live? He was on for a moment, and I'm trying to think of all the memorable characters. Just give me a second. I can't think of any. So that about sums that up.
In subsequent months, Michael turned down roles in 3 high-profile films, Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket, and 2 Hughes films, Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Pretty in Pink. Anthony Michael Hall's personal life was also in trouble. In a 1992 People magazine interview, Hall admitted that at the age of 17, he was drinking vodka by the quart every day. In 1986, Molly resurfaced in her 3rd John Hughes film, Pretty in Pink. Molly played a girl from the wrong side of the tracks who falls for a boy from a wealthy family, played by Andrew McCarthy. Producer, Lauren Schuler-Donner.
She was pretty person.
After working on 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club,
communication between Molly and John other so well. They didn't even have.
John found his muse.
I could sense a certain amount of puppy.
The film was shedding his teenage persona.
Fat or less, and a lot of other smart ideas.
Come to Subway and take a bite.
Subway, eat fresh.
Hey!
I brought something special.
Hope you're hungry. We are.
Come on, baby. Do that thing that you do.
Try this.
Incoming.
Thanks, Al. Really, when you think about it, you don't need bowls.
Oh, no, not at all.
Actually, Amy here had dinner planned.
Oh, that is so sweet. You guys still eat dinner, huh?
Dreamery ice cream in 18 flavors. This could be a problem.
Break out those torn sweatshirts and be a maniac. Flashdance is up next on the THS 80s Marathon, only on E!
The Tower gift card is a world of entertainment for movies, CDs, and books all in one. What are you waiting for? Shop already. Pick up Mike Clark, Cesaria Evora, and Otmar Liebert plus Luna Negra XL. Tower, we'll take you there.
After midnight, we gon' let it all hang out. After midnight, when it comes talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, baby, find out what it is all about. Yeah!
By 1990, 16 Candles stars Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall stopped working for their mentor, John Hughes. The actors were barely out of their teens, but were no longer hot tickets.
Almost every film that Molly Ringwald was in that wasn't written by John Hughes, she looked out of her element.
In 1990, John Hughes was at the top of his game. Hughes wrote and produced the film Home Alone. The picture pulled in a staggering $2 The early 90s were not as glamorous. Both actors were unable and unwilling to continue playing high school kids, but suitable adult roles eluded them.
I've been playing the same sort of character a lot. All the characters in the Hughes films are in a way something completely different.
In 1990, Molly accepted the role of a quirky bride-to-be in Alan Alda's film France.
I went there to work on something and was supposed to be there for a month and a half, and I just decided to stay. The big attraction to me was that I wasn't in the limelight, and I didn't have that pressure around, and it was very quiet.
Throughout the early 1990s, Molly returned to the U.S. occasionally to work on made-for-TV movies, but Ringwald's career was going nowhere fast. Anthony Michael Hall suffered similar ups and downs as he tried to make the transition from child star to leading man. In 1993, Hall was widely praised for his supporting role as Will Smith's gay lover in 6 Degrees of Separation. The part was worlds away from his former geeky kid persona.
Playing a gay man, I thought it was challenging. You know, I'm a straight man, but playing a gay man was interesting, and Will and I weren't really excited about kissing each other. But anyway, it was a camera trick, and it was just one of those things.
The role failed to kickstart Hall's career. In the mid-90s, he appeared in such flops as Hail Caesar and a variety of television and direct-to-video releases. Veteran actor Paul Dooley understood the challenges that Hall and Ringwald faced.
They kind of more fell victim to they're grown-ups, and we'd rather they were still kids because we loved them when they were kids. The audience won't let you do something different.
27-year-old Molly Ringwald shocked audiences when she appeared topless in the 1995 film Malicious. A year later, Ringwald returned to France and performed a striptease in the film Enfant de Salon.
I never really felt like the girl next door. I think, if anything, that sort of makes you seem, it sounds to me, it has sort of boring connotations. I never really felt.
Turned sex pot. Ringwald then tried her hand at television. She starred on the ABC sitcom Townies, another bust. After just 11 episodes,
acceptance by the audience is really more based on the luck of what parts they get. You know, if people cast them with something different kind of a part, I mean, they certainly have the talent to do it.
It was difficult for me to get work after the 3 movies I did with John. You know, I've been through low periods of my work and stuff, and I made a decision just to from the business.
In 1999, Hall set his sights on the role of Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, for the cable film Pirates of Silicon Valley.
To play Bill Gates, most interesting businessman of our time. I just went in and auditioned for it, but I kind of went in method, you know, I went in as the guy. I woke up that morning and did the hair and found some glasses.
In a strange way, the role of Bill Gates was the logical extension of Hall's character in 16 Candles. He went full circle from schoolyard geek to the world's most powerful nerd. Michael received rave reviews for his work, and the film earned 5 Emmy nominations. Meanwhile, Ringwald finally found a role small ceremony in Bordeaux, France. Later that year, Molly made a comeback in the United States.
Ringwald just going nuts. It's fantastic. It brought back all those memories.
Coming up, no regrets.
I think I was very fortunate to be able to do what I'm doing at a young age. I got a great head start.
Molds, dust, and pets, day or night. Sleep on it. Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Nasonex. Fewer sneezes, fewer worries.
This Friday,
Dad, someone to see you.
the doctor is back.
Anytime, ladies.
And saving the animals.
That could bite somebody. But
Eddie Murphy. You do.
cell phone.
House, and they're up for 15 years.
People everywhere are putting their finger on pan. And is making its way around the kitchen.
The following is a paid announcement from Wake Up Your Smile on the Ben Stiller Show DVD.
What if I told you that there was a bridge between dreams and reality that was made out of smiles, and the toll to cross was adventure? Hi, I'm William Shatner, and it's time. Hello, my monkey. And on that monkey's back is the Chinese character, and that's Cantonese, for laughter. Where does one go to find this laughter? Right here. Because all the laughter you need is on this amazing new DVD entitled The Ben Stiller Show.
Your long wait is over. The Emmy Award-winning series The Ben Stiller Show is finally out on DVD.
Fantastic.
This is hysterical.
Order now by calling the number on your screen, because isn't it time to
Wake up your smile!
So, Ben Stiller, thank you so much for being on Wake Up Your Smile.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you, Ben.
I am such a fan.
And I'm such a fan of yours, Ben. So tell me, Ben, when did you first...
Everybody taste the... And I hope... And...
That must...
was really a pleasant surprise. Deserved one.
Oh. You think so, Ben? You approve of my work, do you, Ben?
Oh, well, that's not what I meant.
I'm one of the most famous men in the world. Star Trek or T.J. Hooker is airing every second of the day somewhere on the planet, so I don't think I need the approval of some incestuous organization to know that I am loved, I am a legend, and my personal net worth is over $800 million. So, Lady Emmy, you can take your golden statue and shove it up your ass.
Your long wait is over. The Emmy Award-winning series The Ben Stiller Show is finally out on DVD.
Dynamite.
Call the number below and you'll receive all 13 hilarious episodes with commentary tracks, outtakes, deleted scenes, and so much more.
This is hysterical.
Order now by calling the number on your screen, because isn't it time to
Wake up your smile!
Room. In that room is a table, and on that table is a tray, and on that tray is a locked box, and in that locked box is a smile. And here's the key.
Hey, I'm Bob Odenkirk, ex
youngest cast member of the Ben Stiller Show. And look at me now. I'm on a boat with real live ladies and a briefcase filled with money. When I was in the cast of the Ben Stiller Show, I got to take part in some of the best sketch comedy west of the Pecos, if you're to believe the Wild West Gazette. After the TV show ended, the other cast members went on to high-profile movie and TV careers, but I went downhill fast. Paycheck, I was really just an amateur. Then I rediscovered the Ben Stiller Show on these DVDs. When I played the DVDs at home, I found myself laughing, chuckling, even guffawing at bits like Information 411, Manson Lassie, and the U2 talk show. Soon, hot women were all around me. Women like DeVille St. Hotass and other women like China O'Reilly. People were giving me boats and a briefcase filled with money. So buy yourself one. Heck, why not buy 10? Then you can do this. And this. Look at me go. And this. But definitely not this. Not now. I'm captain of nothing. The Ben Stiller Show DVD. They're like a party in a box, formed into the shape of two flat, round circles with lots of funny stuff inside. Laughter ahoy!
Where does a gal go in this town for a good laugh?
Starring Clarice Loman, Van Hammersley, and Luke Darien as Timmy. And, of course, Charles Manson.
You want to talk to Mrs. Wilson? Why don't you want to talk to Charlie? You think if you don't talk to me, I'll go away, but I can't go away because I'm not even here. I'm a ghost of a phantom of a shadow in the heart of your children.
Manson! Oh, hi, Bernice. Manson thinks he's helping by answering the phone. Scoot. I tell you, I wish I had 25 hours in a day so I could get something done around here.
Hey, Mom, I gotta go catch some toads.
Well, take Manson with you.
Fire.
Be careful, you two. Oh, no, Bernice, he's not anyone's children. He just likes to say that.
Darn that big old toad. Can hear him, but I can't find him. Manson, you lift up this rock, and I'll try to swim out from underneath.
Ribbit, ribbit, I was raised in a prison. I don't know any other way. I like it. Prison's my mother.
Come on. Ah! Ow! I've been bit. Quick, Manson, run home and tell Mom and Dad that I'm bit.
I've been bit too, and I like it. The truth don't play no favorites. Bite on that, Jack.
Hurry before the poison starts working in. Hurry, boy.
When's dinner? I'm starved.
Hold your horses, mister.
You got to walk it like you're talking. Wop, bop, bloop, bop, lop, bam, boom.
Hush, Manson, I'm fixing dinner.
I'll fix brain stew for dinner when I'm the cook, Jack.
Shh. What has gotten into you, boy? And where's Timmy?
Timmy? I don't know. I got the eye of the tiger, and I don't know who to kill first.
Are you trying to tell us something, boy?
You can lock me up, but you can't block me up. I'm so insane, I'm sane.
Good Lord, he's trying to tell us Timmy's in trouble.
What happened, boy? Did Timmy have an accident by the lake?
Accident? There are no accidents. Don't give me that jive, Jack. There is only the plan, and everything else is jack.
Timmy got bit by a snake, and the poison's gonna start working soon. Oh, we don't have time. We've got to get there. Show us the way. Show us the way, boy. Good boy.
Dad, I was trying to catch a toad, and, well, I thought he was under the rock, but...
It's okay, Timmy. Manson told us all about it. Once we started listening to him, that is.
If you don't listen, you don't hear. You can't hear nothing when your head's in a bag, Jack. Boom! Right in the middle. Boom! Right there.
Manson. Good boy.
Clean it up and lay it down.
Good boy.
Hey, Andy, what was your favorite sketch on the Ben Stiller Show?
Oh, let me think. All of them.
800 898-8413. We picked an easy number so you could remember it.
I don't think it's very easy, Ben.
Smile, we're a plant, then here's the sun. Grow.
Welcome back to Wake Up Your Smile. I'm here high atop a luxury high-rise somewhere in Hollywood with someone who really knows from personal experience the healing powers of the Ben Stiller Show DVD. People have described this person a million different ways. Artist, genius, fearless, creative, persnickety, irritable, child.
Benjamin.
First off, let me say thank you for inviting us into your home. I know how busy you are.
Oh, please. I couldn't be happier you're here.
So, Andy, as a lot of people may remember, you were a regular cast member on The Ben Stiller Show, so you must be excited about the show coming out on DVD December 2nd.
That show really changed my life.
Really? How?
Before I did your show, I was lost. I was drinking, I was boozing, and I was consuming a lot of alcohol. I was having random sex with strangers, taking drugs, and most important of all, spending a heck of a lot of time not liking me. Then I got the job on the Ben Stiller Show, and I stopped drinking, completely gave up drugs, which allowed me plenty of time to still have lots of sex with random strangers. Only now those strangers were world-famous celebrities.
So what's life like for Andy Dick right now?
My new TV show's doing fantastic.
Oh, right. News radio. Never miss it.
No, well, actually, that was a while ago. I'm on a new show called Less Than Perfect.
Congratulations. You got yourself your own show. You're starring in it. Congrats.
No, yeah. Technically, I'm not starring in it. I'm per se.
Oh, you're like the sidekick. Oh, that's great. Oh, let me tell you something. Andy Dick, best second banana in the business. The best. And less pressure, too, right?
Okay, shut up. You know what? I knew it. I knew this was going to happen.
Andy, what is this? This is Wake Up Your Smile. We're here
Wake
to talk
up this smile, Ben. That's not what you're here to do.
Oh,
You know
Andy.
what you're here to do? You're here to do what you always do, Ben. Belittle me in public to make yourself feel better. What? You did it on your stupid little show. You've done it in your movies, and you're doing it right now.
Okay.
Well, guess what? I'm not going to play along. Those days are over.
First of all, Andy, one of the proudest achievements in my life was discovering you.
Oh, that's right, Ben. You discovered me, and you never let me forget it. Well, I have a little news flash for you, Mrs. Stiller. I existed a long time before you and your precious little show came along.
Come on. If it weren't for me, you'd never have ended up on TV, let alone near a TV.
Yeah! And then maybe I wouldn't have made all that TV money that went straight up my nose and sent my car into a telephone pole. Twice. You want to take the credit for that, Ben?
Well, at least I'm not a fraud, Andy.
F you, Ben Stiller. I hate you, and I hate your damn DVD, too. Everyone, I beseech you not to buy this DVD. It is a document of lies written by the devil, and the devil's name is Benjamin Stiller.
Wonderful. The real Andy Dick, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up.
That's great.
Shut up.
Keep digging your own grave there, Andy, right on national television.
Wonderful. I hate
That's right.
you,
Run
Ben
away.
Stiller.
Your long wait is over. The Emmy Award-winning series, The Ben Stiller Show, is finally out on DVD. Kapow!
This is hysterical.
Order.
Come, take my hand, and join me on a journey into madness.
Hi, my name's Janine Garofalo, and I'm here in New York City asking people what they think about the release of the Ben Stiller Show DVD on December 2nd. Let's hear what they have to say. Share with us, how has the release of the Ben Stiller Show DVD on December 2nd changed your life?
What other words can I put into it? It's, you know, it's delicious.
Oh, I don't believe you.
It's cool. It cools you off from the hot sun.
December 2nd, the date of the release of this DVD, will be known forever as a day that will live in stink for me.
Huh?
The combination of taste sensations makes the whole piece worthwhile.
Who are all the rest of these people?
I recognize Ben Stiller and maybe somebody else.
What I remember about this show is that it was canceled very quickly. I don't think it was very well received, and it was before Ben Stiller was very cool.
I dare you to just try and recall this. December 2nd, The Ben Stiller Show on DVD. Some of it holds up.
You are my wife.
I'll love you forever.
I love you for life.
So bring me some money.
Hey, where'd you put my tie? You are my little sweetie pie. Sweetie pie, sweet as a honey pie. American as apple pie. I love you so much.
Hey, family, mommy's home.
Doris, I killed the kids.
Not now, Skank. The ice cream's melting.
I'm not kidding. They were driving me nuts.
Oh, no.
Happy anniversary, Mom!
Oh, you guys.
Happy 10th anniversary, sweetheart.
Oh.
Now break out the chips and let's party.
I forgot the chip.
You forgot the chips? On our anniversary?
You must have slipped my mind.
Why the hell don't you love me?
I love everything about you.
And love this. I'm leaving. Shut your stinking trap. So how does this work, girls? Do I pay you now or in 2 minutes?
Skank, you're home?
Oh, hello, Doris. How are the kids?
Who's that, sweetie? Your sister?
I'll tell you who I am, lady. I am this man's wife. And when I said till death do us part 10 years ago, I meant it. Oh, Skank, can you ever forgive me?
Oh, you bet, sweetie. Now let's get your cute little hiney up to the bedroom before I bite it off and spit it up there. Sorry, girls, I won't be cheating on my wife today. Doris, if there's one thing I learned, it's that sex is so much better when it's free. With the one you love, of course. Oh, I should just shut my stinking trap.
Why don't you just let me shut it for you?
Ben Stiller, Benny, thank you so much for being on my show. Wake up your smile. Until next time, I'm William Shatner.
And we're clear.
Thanks.
All right.
Hey, that was fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
When does your show start to air?
What?
Your show, when does it go on the air?
It doesn't. We did it 10 years ago. We're doing an infomercial for the DVD.
I don't do infomercials. I've never done an infomercial. Why would I want to do? That's a career ender, man. I mean, that's for losers.
I don't know what to tell you because you just did, and we already signed the paper for the thing.
Listen, I want to tell you, if I see my face on the infomercial, I'm going to rip your face off and feed it to my horses. And I've trained them to eat flesh.
What is that supposed to mean?
That means I don't do infomercials.
I don't do infomercials. This is an
Andy, do you know what?
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a second. I said, wait a minute.
He hit me.
I don't do infomercials either.
You might do infomercials.
I don't do.
If I were you,
I resent that.
if I were you, I would do an infomercial.
Oh, I don't like you.
You don't like me?
No, I don't like you. I don't like this whole setup. This whole setup is some kind of game.